Hello everyone, I'm Meteorologist Charlie Ironmonger. Thank you so much for joining me today for your 2 p.m. news and weather update from the First Alert Desk. Now we've got good news coming out of Lenoir County as Kinston recently got awarded a hefty grant. The city says it has received a $10,000 grant from Electricities to support the redesign of the Buddy and Mary Mac Rich All-American City Park. This project is in line with the city's downtown revitalization efforts. Now, according to the city, Queen Street Park upgrades will include improved benches, lighting along pathways, planting trees, and a new sensory path. Old signage will also be updated with a new design. Leon Steele, the director of the revitalization project, said, quote, "We are truly grateful for Electricity's support for this project. The assistance will enable the DKR to move forward with the next phase of public space improvements in downtown Kinston. These renovations will create a welcoming space near the beginning of our primary commercial district. This grant will allow us to proceed with orders for some of the park features this year and to meet our goal of a rededication ceremony in the summer of 2026, end quote. Now, the total cost for the upgrades will be around $30,000. The city says donations can be made online, while a list of additional ways to support can be found on the project's website. Both of those links can be found at WITN.com. And now, of course, we want to highlight the ongoing government shutdown that, again, was in its fourth week with very little signs of budging from either side. NBC's Ryan Nobles has more from Washington, D.C.
This morning, a marathon speech on the Senate floor, with Oregon Democrat Jeff Merkley pulling an all-nighter, protesting President Trump.
I've come to the Senate floor tonight to ring the alarm bells. We're in the most perilous moment, the biggest threat to our republic since the Civil War. President Trump is shredding our Constitution.
This as the government shutdown enters day 22, with President Trump showing no sign that he's in search of a deal. Hosting Senate Republicans at the White House, Trump encouraging them not to back down, suggesting he would consider meeting with Democratic leaders only after the shutdown ends.
I will only meet if they let the country open. They have to let the country open.
A message received on Capitol Hill.
At some point, the Democrats are going to have to say yes for an answer.
Republicans saying pass a short-term spending bill first, while Democrats are demanding a deal on health care now.
Don't tell us to ignore this problem. Republicans have had all year to get serious about health care.
Without an exit ramp in sight, families reliant on government assistance are trying to hold on to their current benefits because they may dry up soon. Diamond Williams has 5 children and relies on SNAP benefits to feed them.
We didn't do anything, but we're taking the backlash of getting all of our benefits and everything else taken and removed from us for nothing.
Her story similar to millions of federal workers on the verge of going without a second paycheck, stretching every dollar and flocking to food banks.
Usually they're full, but we just are seeing just a much greater demand.
And again, that was Ryan Nobles reporting. We now turn to your weather forecast. It's been a very sunny week so far, and we are going to end the week on a very sunny note. Not a whole lot of change other than wind direction, wind speed, and air temperatures. But today was a day to pay attention to, mostly due to the fact we did have some, we still do have high fire danger, at least medium fire danger across eastern North Carolina. Something, again, that we're paying attention to. Hopefully you are as well at home. Please refrain from doing any widespread burning. Don't burn the leaves that are down in your lawn. Wait until, again, we've got better conditions for an outdoor fire. Right now, with lower humidity, breezy winds, and a very, very dry eastern North Carolina, it is not a good time, again, to get those fires up and going, as the spread of those fires could happen very quickly. I do want to again highlight that most of eastern North Carolina, especially those of you watching along and west of Highway 17, are currently under a moderate drought, with some areas even under a severe drought. Now, moving forward through next week, we will start to see the rain showers return to the forecast. But for this week and this weekend, rain showers are pretty much going to be non-existent until we get into Sunday at the very earliest. Right now, winds are blowing in at about 10 to 15 miles an hour. We do have a 20-mile-an-hour sustained wind being reported in Kenansville in Duplin County, but also the humidity has come down as well. Dew points have fallen over the past 24 hours. Right now, a lot of those dew points are generally in the mid-30s to mid-40s. That is, again, very dry air, and it's going to make it difficult for any sort of cloud cover to produce a rain over eastern North Carolina while our air is so dry. Current air temperatures reading in the low to mid 70s. Feels pretty comfortable outside, yeah, but I do want to highlight the fact that later on tonight, we're going to be losing a lot of that heat. Air temperatures are going to fall and do so quickly as winds will relax and sky conditions will remain clear. That'll open the door for the low 40s by tomorrow morning and possibly even the upper 30s for those of you watching closer to I-95. We are getting closer and closer to our average first frost dates. Usually inland areas closer to I-95 generally see their first frost around the end of October. Areas a little bit closer to the water, you tend to see those first frost or average first frost dates scoot up into more November, early November. But of course the Outer Banks, you guys are enjoying a little bit longer of a growing season. Regardless, high pressure will keep our skies clear for your rest of today, also for Thursday, Friday, and Saturday. That area of low pressure you're seeing back towards Kansas, that's not going to be with us until we get into the following weekend. So for right now, everything looking fairly calm and straightforward from a weather perspective here in eastern North Carolina. But if you're looking for a little bit more excitement, head down to the Caribbean, where Tropical Storm Melissa is continuing to just meander at a very slow 2 miles per hour. That is its forward movement speed. It's moving west at that 2 miles an hour. Winds a little bit stronger than its movement speed. Right now we've got maximum sustained winds of 50 miles an hour around that central low, gusts up to 65 miles an hour. And the track of this system has it slowly inching its way closer and closer to Haiti and then towards Jamaica, where once we get into the upcoming weekend, National Hurricane Center forecasts indicate that this could become not only a hurricane, but potentially a major hurricane by the time we reach Monday morning. There it is, a forecast on Monday, 120 mile an hour maximum sustained winds. We don't have to worry about that, but it is something we will continue to keep an eye on. Here's a quick look at your full 8-day forecast. Again, rain returns next week, Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday, looking like certainly damp days out there. 40% to 30% chance of rain on the first 3 days of the work week. We will start to see those rain chances fade away as we get closer to Halloween, but we can't completely guarantee a completely dry Halloween quite just yet. We'll see how everything shakes out over the next week. Now, I do really quickly want to say hello to Uncle Mike from Ahoskie. Thank you so much for joining me over on Facebook. We will have more news and weather right here on the First Alert desk coming up at the top of the hour. But for right now, weather's quiet. Everything's fairly quiet in the newsroom. We will have more news again at 3. Until then, I hope you all have a fantastic rest of your Wednesday.